Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today I'm out walking with a purpose. I'm actually going to walk over to Stoysich House of Sausage and see what they've got in the low carb, no carb hot dog / brats area, just because I'm curious. They're probably more expensive than buying the cleanest hot dogs that I can find at the grocery store. But if they've got any kind of no sugar added options, that seems like the way to go. But I got a couple of other exciting things to talk about today, so stick around to the end. First off, those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you have, if this is your first time here, you might be wondering, Bob, what in the world are we watching here? Well, primarily you're watching me walk. The thing that makes this marginally interesting is that a year ago I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. Now today, I'm out here walking. I don't walk every day anymore because I'm doing so much other stuff. Like yesterday, my exercise was doing my own yard work. I cut the grass. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but when I first got out of the hospital from my heart surgery, it took a grand total of about 3 to 3.5 hours for me to cut the grass, but I had to break that into multiple days because I could only do it for, I could only push that light mower, super light mower around for, you know, a half hour, 45 minutes, and I was done. Oh look, another barking dog. I came up on this side of the street to avoid the barking dog that was over there, and now there's one over there barking mindlessly at somebody on the sidewalk. To slow down just a hair. I was walking kind of fast there, and going the way I'm going, it starts off uphill. But anyway, yeah, doing the yard work was a real challenge that just took everything I had and then some. And the last 2 times I've done it, I got front, sides, and back all done in slightly under 30 minutes. I'm not saying it wasn't hard, but it wasn't, I'm not saying, you know, it was easy or hard. It just, I got it done and it was no big deal. Oh, look at this. Got some yellow and some pink irises. But anyway, that's what you're walking. The whole point of this channel, by the way, is to show you that it's never too late to change your life. I started this way of eating. Sorry, I have to interrupt again because there's more irises on this side of the street. Look at that. Got some light ones, some dark ones, and some, these really dark purple ones are actually called black irises, I believe. But that's, yeah, there's a lot of nice flowers out this time of year. Spring's really coming to Omaha. And of course, hard on its heels will be winter. But yeah, I started this the day before my 59th birthday. I just had my my 60th birthday last Wednesday, a week ago. So I'm just a little over a year into this journey. And I'm pretty excited about that. Be interesting to see where this next year takes me. But that's what you're watching here. For those of you who are returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. I had one of the commenters on yesterday's video asking me about my blood sugar levels after that cake. And to be honest, I didn't even check them. Because of the result I had 6 months ago with the pumpkin, sorry about that. My brain kind of went off on me there. The pumpkin spice cake I had at Thanksgiving, along with the little piece of pecan pie. After I got done eating those sweets, it was about 2 hours till I got back to my trailer, and I checked my blood sugar then, and it was back down to, I want to say it was 88, but it might have been 86. It was definitely in the high 80s somewhere after 2 hours. So my blood sugar is definitely stabilized. My insulin response is fine. So I didn't even bother checking it yesterday. This seems like an awful lot of traffic. I know I'm coming up on a main through street, but oh, they're all lining up in front of the school. They must be picking up kindergartners' time or something, because it's just about 11:30. But that's why I did not check my blood sugar after that cake on Sunday. I still don't know what caused the reaction, but that's, why I have always said, if you're going to add foods, add it one at a time. And cake is not something we probably want to be adding to our diet, because there are multiple ingredients in cake. But just judging off of what I had on my birthday with that couple bites of chocolate cake versus the lemony raspberry cake that I had on Sunday, I'm guessing it was actually the raspberries, the fruit, the extra fructose that got me. But as you can see, I'm out here walking again today. It's all better now. Doing a lot of street work and with new concrete and stuff out here. But that's enough waffling about saying hello to everybody and talking about my blood sugars. I'm going to get down to some serious walking here, because I did the Google map thing while I was working out my route, and it's just a hair over 1.5 miles over to Stoysich. And that's about as far as I want to walk on one of my rest days, which is of course going to be 3 miles by the time I get back to the house. But if they have stuff, I'll actually be carrying some sausages or hot dogs back with me. So I don't think I'd want to carry, and I didn't bring my backpack to throw them in, so I'm going to just have to carry them like a grocery bag. So I'm going to put you guys on pause here, and I'll show you the store when I get over there. Well, that's disappointing. I understand that all sausages and hot dogs have some sugar used in the curing process, but they couldn't even tell me what the content was. They had no nutritional information on their hot dogs and brats and things, so I can't risk it. So I guess I'll just have to cross Stoysich off my list of acceptable places to go. That's disappointing. So I was really looking forward to some good hot dogs or brats or something. But you know, if you can't, you know, because she could have told me definitively this is just cured with sugar and it's going to be about 1 carb per hot dog or a half a carb per hot dog, I could work with that. But no, I can't do the I don't know and I don't have that information. So it looks like today's going to be some air fried hamburgers and some fried eggs. Which is perfectly acceptable. I still have lots of eggs in the fridge. I still have lots of hamburgers in the freezer. We'll see what I come up with. But that's one of the things we need to be careful of, folks. Just like with that cake, no matter how good a food sounds, if you can't find the nutritional information on it, it's probably best not to buy it. Yeah, that's too bad. But anyway, let me. Whoops. I got a walk signal going this way this time. So I'm going to go ahead and take the walk. This is one of those big busy city intersections. But now while I'm waiting for the light, let me turn the camera around here. I got a Pepper Jack's grill across the street. That used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, and there's a walk signal. And then up that way is a Fazoli's and an Outback. Over there is a Casey's. You can't actually see it from here, but you can see where the Aldi's is on the other side of the street from Casey's. The post office I go to is in that Baker's Square. There's a CVS pharmacy over there. That's where we just came from, and that's all of the stuff around here. This is a really big major intersection. Back in behind this Pepper Jack's grill is a Dave & Buster's. And Aldi's used to be back in that strip mall, but they moved across the street. And of course over there's a Runza sitting in front of the Dave & Buster's. Runza is a Nebraska-based chain. And there's the Dave & Buster's back in there behind it. And I don't even know what all that other stuff is. Let me turn there. But Runza is an interesting restaurant. It was really good when I first moved out here back in '90. A Runza is like a hamburger mixed with cabbage sandwich. baked inside a loaf of bread, basically, a mini loaf of bread. And that's what made it a sandwich. And it was, when I first moved out here, it was really good. And then they changed the recipe so that the bread became thinner and didn't soak up as much of the hamburger grease, so it ended up being basically little greasy bombs of food that aren't nearly as good as they used to be. And the other disappointment with Runza since I moved out here is it used to be they hand cut and hand battered all their own onion rings. So that made it a great place to eat. Even if you, if you want onion rings, those were the ones to get in Omaha, but then they switched over to the frozen ones, which I understand. It takes a lot of effort to make your own onion rings. Now that I've spent the last minute and a half bashing Runza, I should tell you that they do have fantastic hamburgers. They're basically fast food prices, but the hamburger you get is a lot closer to like the Red Robin or Fuddruckers end of the scale rather than the McDonald's and Burger King end of the scale. It's a really good upscale burger for just slightly more than you'd pay for a Whopper at Burger King. And they're one of those local places that they don't use seed oils on their grill for cooking their hamburger meat. So if you want to go there and just get some burger patties, that's on my local carnivore approved list. They're not super expensive to just buy the patties. It's been a long time since I got hamburger patties there, because of course cooking them at home is still the cheapest. But if you're out and about, or you're just lazy like I am sometimes, it's not a bad way to go. Now that's the one good thing about walking over to Stoysich, besides not wasting any gas. I found out information, and I spent this time getting my exercise in too. You know, if I'd have just jumped in the truck and driven over there, I'd have still been just as disappointed, and then I'd still have some kind of exercise to get in today. So I guess that sort of counts as multitasking. I don't know. But anyway, I've got some more exciting things to talk about when I get back to the house. I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm gonna pause you guys here, and I'll see when I get back to the house. Well, here I am back again. I'm back at the house. I'll figure out what the actual mileage was, because I cut it down a little bit, because you can't cut through the parking lots in your cars. You used to be able to, but they put curbs in. But you can still cut across some of the businesses there and shorten it up. So I'll figure out what I did today and let you know somewhere about in here. But one more topic that I want to talk about. You cannot outrun a bad diet. You just can't. I just thought of this while I was out walking, because I saw a gal, and I'm not fat shaming, I'm just making observations. She walked around me back in the fall, because I walked slower. She was, power walking, making really good progress. But let's just say she had lots of excess tissue that was jiggling as she fast walked. Now, I had to look over because the mail guy is here unloading his truck. I have no idea if he's just finishing his route or just starting his route. But I saw her again today. Same gal, same fast walking pace, pretty much the same body, and I figured out why. She must have been hungry because she was munching on some kind of a power bar that looked more like a cereal bar. So you know there's carbs in there. And you know, we've talked about this before. I'm going to mention it again today. If your insulin is high because you're eating carbs all day long, it doesn't matter how much you work out, how much you walk, how much exercise you do, you're never going to shed a significant amount of weight. Because she looked exactly like she did 6-7 months ago before I went south. But anyway, the exciting news of today, if you haven't looked below this video and noticed, I broke the 5,000 subscriber mark. Fantastic. If you're still here, why don't you go ahead and hit the like. Yeah, so go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave me a comment, but leave me a very specific comment. Down in the comments, type, "Congrats, Bob, on 5K." Nothing more, nothing less. You can leave other comments, but I need you to put a comment that says, "Congrats, Bob, on 5K." And 1 week from today, I'm going to run a comment picker against all of those comments, and I'm going to send you a bottle of daily minerals from Keto Chow. That's going to be my 5K subscriber giveaway. So you have to live in the continental United States. I'm sorry to all my friends overseas. I have no idea how much the shipping would be over there, because of course I'm going to have it, you know, shipped here to the house, and then I'll rebox it and ship it out to you. So you have to live in the United States, the continental United States. Sorry, Alaska and Hawaii. I'm not nearly big enough. Maybe, you know, if we get to 10K, when I do a 10K giveaway, I can open it up to other places, because I'll, you know, be making an extra 30 or 40 bucks, so I can afford to pay shipping on it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Keto Chow Daily Minerals. So leave the comment down below. I left this to the end because to find this, you have to watch my video all the way through, and I'm not going to put anything in the title about it being 5K giveaway, because I don't want people coming in just to try and soak up a giveaway. I just want my regulars to take part in this. Or if you subscribe to the channel and you're this far into the video, yeah, you do have to be subscribed to the channel. And I will check that, but of course, anybody this late in the video that isn't subscribed, I just can't imagine that. But anyway, that's what I've got for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this little walk and the disappointment at Stoysich, because I've been talking about them a lot for the last couple of months. Oh well, I'm over it now. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I will see you in the next one.